Hi there, everybody. Well, today this stupidly very big box had to arrive today. How big is it? It's that big. It's that big. It's about 60 centimeters wide, and it is a box containing kit by Heller. It's the Nord 2501 and Nord 2502 Noratlas. I didn't realise this when I first had a look at this on eBay there, but it's actually two kits in the box, it says down here. So yeah, it is a big box, a bit big for the table here. Let's get it. So you can see the front box is a painting of the very big airplane itself. Nord 2, it says it all. Made by Heller, French company apparently. What's on this side? See if I can work it. It's probably easy to show you there. So that's what's on that side, upside down. You got truly Eurovision. Sorry, Eurovision. Truly European, it says there. And what else is there? Some bits, 6 languages. Well, yeah, 6 languages. Intended for collectors aged 14 and over. Oh, I'm over 14, so I think I qualify. It goes on. Are we focusing? No. On this side, so the camera's just up here. See the. So this thing's falling off the microphone. Yeah. So I'll just show you. So that's what's on that side. The other side is vertical. So I'll have a better look of that if you want. Hello 2x, etc. And yeah. What else do we have on this side? You got that. Apparently you've got 3 markings to choose from, 3 paint schemes. And on the back of the box there's a pile of information, including a short description of the vehicle itself. So yeah, let's have a look. So that's the English part. You can, if you wish, pause and read it. Accessories, available accessories, it says down here. Show display stand. Anyway, enough of the box. Okay. So we'll open it and let's take a look what's inside. Bloody. Something on the floor. Let me see. Okay then, so it opens up like this, and there's a lot of stuff in here. Well, there's a nice big empty space as well, but it's, I can open up. It's paper. So a big booklet there. Decor sheet. Come in. Let me show you my model kits. Yeah. So if you're ever in a hotel room by Heller model kit, you might be interested in these. Yes, invite your friends up to your hotel room, or keep out busy building model kits. Anyway, let's take a look at the paperwork. I'll leave the box on here because well, I've got the decals out here, so I'll have a look at these first. Let's zoom in a bit. Yeah, there you go. So who makes these decals? Sticky. I guess they're okay. I'm guessing these are made by Hella themselves. There's nowhere it says anything else, so that's assumed that's the case. They look fine to me. Again, I'm not an expert with decals, so I guess the only way to find out is to use them. There is quite a bit of what do you call it? There's lots of extra decal around the markings, like there's crosses there and on all of them actually. So if I can find the word for it, I'll put it down here so you can see. Yeah. Anyway, so put this aside for the time being. Hella Nord 2501 and 2502 Noratlas. So let's have a look at the manual. So do what I should have done before. Get the box off the table and let's have a put you aside for the time being. That's better. Let's have a quick look at what's in the instruction booklet. Instruction manual. Instruction booklet. Let's have a quick look at what's in the instruction booklet. Book. So A4, bigger than A4, large letter size, bright yellow on the front there, photograph of the box. This is kit number, I believe this is the kit number, 85374. So the first page, let's have a look here. So the cover is a glossy paper. And you got 1, 2, 3, 4 languages, 6 languages. Again, telling you about, it's giving you information about the Noratlas. Here it says, which for very many years was a hard-working kingpin of French military transport. First of the latter date in 1947, satisfying a request from the Air Force for a replacement for its C-47 Dakotas and Ju-52s. So basically, was adopted in 1950, blah blah blah, 1949 dates and so on. Lots of information there. I'm sure you can find it on the website if you wish. Down here, paint colors. It just gives you what's essential paints are available separately at your local hobby shop. So there's a number on the paint color. Doesn't tell you who the paint manufacturer is, does it? Doesn't say. Let me see, step number. So down here there's an explanation of what's going to happen in the manual. His glasses keep sliding off, it's getting annoying. The big number here, such as that 2, is the step number. Color reference number 56, which I assume to do with those there. Part number in black, white lettering on a black background. Decal number, black lettering on a white background. Let's go across. Oh, is it like this in all of them? Okay then. That's a bit better. So then right here, A, B and C, 3 versions there, and it starts off in the cockpit. You start off building a cockpit, as is tradition, and so this is probably my first or second time looking at a more recent Hella instruction manual, certainly. And what does it say? It's fairly well straightforward. It's giving you the paint backgrounds all the way through, or rather paint call-offs, telling you what colour to paint it as you go through. So 33 and 56. What is 33 and 56? Let's take another look. Black and aluminium, matte black specifically. So you start off building the cockpit, main floor and bulkhead, and I'm guessing that's the nose wheel bay. Rest of the cockpit. It starts off. It looks like first thing put in is the engineer seat. So the seat's facing back, and then you got the that little whatever that is, and so on. and then you've got a front nose wheel to go underneath it. So anyway, that's the whole cockpit built together on page 4, sections 1 to 5, 1 to 6. Page 5. You're building this bit here, which I think is the back end of the vehicle, and then interior, and then the wings. So sections 7, 8 and 9 are the back end of the interior. 10, 11, you're putting together the wings. On to page 6, build sections 12 to 16. You're putting on the tail booms. Got the 2 tail booms, and you are assembling those. Included with those booms is the landing gear, the main gear, and then something to do with you're putting something or taking something out of the fuselage nose piece, and then that piece appears to be the central section of the wings. And then you go into page 7, where you're putting together the fuselage. So it looks like with the fuselage you've got all the windows are separate, so lots of bits of clear there, which is gonna be tricky. So once you've done that, you're putting the internals into one side of the cockpit, into one side of the body, one side of the fuselage. That's page 7. Page 8 is not that one. There you go. Page 8, you're doing the same on the other side, putting a cockpit in onto one side of the fuselage, and then putting more windows in on the other side of the fuselage, and so it goes. There's a door as well, same as the other side. Again, all the paint colours are marked in, I think, part 56, which I think was the silver, as I recall. You're on page 9 now, and you marry together the fuselage, put it all together, and then you put it together what I believe will be the engines, or the engine parts. Starting with the engines, that's sections 22 to 24 so far. Turn over to page 10. Closing up the cockpit and putting some greeblies on the back of the vehicle, and some nose parts as well. Page 11. More little greeblies across the vehicle. Basically that, just a few little greeblies, a couple of little aerials and stuff. And then I'm assuming this means that you need to put some filler into there. Let's see what these things mean. Just a moment. It doesn't tell you, or does it? No, it doesn't tell you. So I got these instructions here, that and that. So sanding and filling, I think that's what that means, sanding and filling parts. So it's odd, the fuselage, just this strange tube on its own with no wings. Well, the wings will go on top there, obviously. Anyway, so basically you need to sand and clear something there. So I'm curious. So what are these pieces here? Because I assume this would be part of the engine, but they're not. There's something else entirely. And yeah, it's one of those things that was quite annoying. It doesn't tell you what these pieces are. 22 and 23. So these are not engine bits, as I thought, but it's right next to the engine part. So yeah. Oh, they got the wingtips. There you go. So they go on the wingtips, as I just mentioned. So basically page 12, section 32, is when you're putting together the wings. Basically the airplanes come together all as one big piece. So it shows you assembling everything all together in one go. I would suggest, just from looking here, or rather when I build this, what I'll be doing is putting the central wing part on, letting that dry for quite a while, and then probably putting the wings on next, letting those dry quite a while, then putting the tail booms on after that, or maybe putting the wings onto the boom, then putting that onto the vehicle afterwards. Choices, quite a few to go. Page 13 is the same again. What's the difference? It's exactly the same. So pages 12 and 13 appear to be identical. Oh, I see the difference here. It's page 12, page 13. You are putting these pieces on, while on page 12 you don't put those bits on. So I guess that's versions. That's the different versions. This is version B, so I'm guessing this is version A. There's very little information in this booklet, just pictures. So yeah, and that's it. So now we're on to color markings. So this is N2501 Noratlas D126 53 plus 08 Lufttransport Grinscher Schreiger. So basically it's a German transport version in camouflage paint, so this will be for the German military. So that's same vehicle, top and bottom. Next page I assume will be a different one, well, obviously. So this one is French Noratlas in silver and white on the top. There you go. So what does it say here? Number 105 62-S1 Group de Transport 3-3/62 GT3 yeah, Sahara Blida 1961. And last but not least, we got Union Air Maritime de Transport. So this looks like a civilian version, which would be the decals, let's say, well, Air Maritime. So is it a civilian version? UAT? Don't know. And in the back of the book, that's it. So on the back, they're telling you that you can download the instructions if you wish. Visit us digitally, www.heller.fr. So there you go. You got a choice to download the instructions or use the paper that comes in the book. So I might download the instructions just to see what gives. Time to look at the plastic. What I'm going to do here, I've no idea what to do with this. Just a moment, please. Let me work something out. Should have done this before, really. So as you can see here, there is a lot of plastic, partly wrapped in black tissue paper. Here we go. So there's two of everything, as I understand it. Raised panel lines. So is this an older kit? Let's find out, shall we? There may be a date in the box here. Let's have a look. Year of mold manufacturer 1978. Says on the back there. Should have noticed it before. So it is an old kit. Fully revised mold 2020. So there you go. It is an old kit, but this is new mold. Well, and we'll find out what to do. So the clear parts, let's have a look at those first. So two identical sets. So what I'll do, I shall open one and leave the other untouched. Scissors, because we're civilized here. So the clear parts are indeed quite clear. Except, well, all these little ones really aren't all that, really. The cockpit section, of which there's two, I assume one for each model. There's two different versions, or do they just have two as a spare one? I don't know. And you got this bit here, which I think is a nose piece. Don't know what that is. Maybe I should have had another look in the manual, but I don't think so. So yeah, the clear parts look fine to me. The cockpit parts aren't all that. The top part of the clear part is fairly clear. Though there appears to be some stress marks in the, or probably not very well polished mold marks in there. So yeah, 7 out of 10. Getting there. These little parts of the windows aren't all that, to be honest. So yeah, they're okay. This, I believe, is sprue tree 9, frame 9, whatever. Rather surprisingly, they were at the bottom of the box, so I'll leave them out for the time being and put them in the box last. So as you're probably well aware now, there's two sets of sprues, so we're just going to be looking at one set at a time, or are we? Yeah, put that in the box. So this is what, sprue 9, sorry, sprue 7. Is it 7? Because that's upside down to that. So. What can you do? So this part appears to have engine parts and main gear, and well, yeah, main gear. Yeah, the parts look averagely okay. So you got raised panel lines on the. This is the tail wing, I like to call it. Yeah, it does look a bit odd. It does look a bit odd to me, I'll confess. Indeed, the moulding of the plastic feels a bit. Yes, it's not all that really. Put this aside. So where were we? So yeah, I'm gonna have to do some clever editing here to make sure I get this right. But yeah, here we are. I think I've just talked about this, and yeah. So I mentioned earlier sprue 7, but it's actually 2 sprues. This one's number 5. It says so quite clearly there. So. There you go. Anyway, that's those 2 sprues. Sprues in pairs. Sprues in pairs. So these 2 now, or this one. Slightly larger than the previous one. Does this have a number? 8. Yeah, so I've mentioned this one already. Those marks there. And so on. So yeah, let me see what I can do here. Noratlas 2501, 2501 sprues number 8 and 9. So 8 that way up if you go by the number, upside down if you go by the writing. This one 9. So the back ends of the aircraft. There's detailing. A lot of these parts actually have detail on both sides, which is something I mentioned before. But yeah, for example, the tails, the flight surfaces, the single pieces. So, and the detail on both sides is nice and crisp, but it is raised lines, and there. This is spray painting. It's not an issue so much, but what I find myself doing with a lot of these things is sanding them down a bit, or quite a bit, until there's not much left, just enough to show it. And then maybe, if I feel the need to, I shall scrub them, re-scribe them, for example, but hopefully I won't need to do that. Next pair of bits, wings and tail booms. Same story here really. Raised panel lines all the way through, sprue 3 and 4, or parts 3 and 4. I guess should be clear, stuck together like that. This one's broken apart. So on the other side there's no real detail because these are all double-sided parts, so the two parts come together to make one. Hella molded on the inside of the wing there, but that's all there is to these parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 parts on these two sprues. So I'll give you an idea of how big this airplane is. If I get the other one, so that's roughly the wingspan you're going to get on these. So my arm, bigger than my forearm anyway. So there you go. Quite a lot of airplane to go. It's going to be a big model. It's going to be 2 big models. Yeah. And last but not least, main fuselage parts and more wings. So why is there an extra set of wings? I guess because it's building 2 different aircraft, or possibly even 3. Well, 2 of 3 different versions, or 3 different color versions. Main fuselage is here, looking okay as one single piece. So I've got this piece here, which it says you're going to need to cut out. So yeah, on the interior, 1 or 2, well, quite a few extrusion pin marks on the inside, but nothing that's going to get in the way, because let's face it, you're not going to be able to see them on the inside, from the inside. So these are sprues, well, sprue 3. Does it have numbers? This one doesn't, does it? Yeah, 1 and 2. So 1 over there, 2 down there. This will be the middle piece, the central wing part, and it just looks like it just drops into the middle of the aircraft. No real alignment marks, so I guess you're just going to have to get it all nicely aligned just by using dead reckoning, I guess. Got these wingtip things, don't know what they are, and yeah, that's it. Again, the while they're quite fine, these raised lines across the whole kit are a bit distracting. So you got raised panel lines there, but then on this part there you got sunken lines. So yeah, because usually it's the rivets that want to be raised. You can certainly feel the rivets. You can probably hear them as well. Yeah, lots of rivets. So, and down here you got this tiny little radar things or communications or something like that, and they're not very well molded. They look a bit, you got sink marks in there. There's tiny little holes in there. So, and of course there's a nice big push pin, extrusion pin mark on the other side, which doesn't look very nice. So, a bit of cleanup required there. And yeah, anywho, there we have it. So that's your Hella Noratlas Nord 2501/2502 model kit in 1/72 scale by Hella. Yeah, this was like a spur of the moment buy. I did have it in my on my watch list on eBay for quite a while. Then when I noticed that it's having 2 kits in one, I thought, well, I've got to lose. Yeah, 1 box, 2 big kits for like £36. I think that was a pretty decent bargain. I've seen similar kits that are with less parts that were that price or more. Well, say less parts. Admittedly, the kits of that price are certainly better engineered than this appears to be. But then they did come from people like Tamiya and Border, and basically the people who make some very nice kits. So I'm not saying Hella doesn't make very nice kits. I'm sure this kit will go together quite nicely, but I'm not going to hold my breath. No offense to Hella if you're watching this. I'm sure kits are quite nice. I was rather hoping that tractor kit you are promising would be coming out soon, but apparently they cancelled that one, which was disappointing to me. Whole different story. Yeah. So yeah, this kit, when I do get around to building it, is gonna be one of the fancy Rebel Squadron. I'm not sure which which spacecraft this will be emulating. I'm thinking maybe the Ghost. Then the Ghost was in this Dull. But then certainly not the Millennium Falcon, because they've got a different plane lined up for that. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, if you like what you see, give it a thumbs up and tell your friends. If you didn't like what you saw, tell me why, so that I can maybe make better kits in the future. And thank you very much for watching, everybody, and happy modeling. I'll put this away now.